All right, so I'm excited. One, I got a new mic. I got a light, a ring light that's there in front of me. And today we're going to be unboxing the OnePlus 12R. Now, quick backstory. I bought a OnePlus 10 Pro a couple months ago. I honestly didn't like it too much, but I don't think I really gave it a fair shot. So I went on OnePlus's website, saw a bunch of relatively good trade-in deals, and then I said, you know what? Let me give it a fair shot. Fair warning, if you're considering getting the OnePlus 12R, there's already a scandal. And not even a scandal, it's OnePlus flat out lying, and it kind of deceived me as well. Whereas if you got the 256 gig version, they claimed that the storage was UFS 4.0 instead of UFS 3.1. Unfortunately, even with the larger capacity model, it is still UFS 3.1. And from what I've seen online, read and write speeds are significantly faster when you have a device that uses UFS 4.0. So I am a little disappointed, but as articles have discussed, maybe OnePlus at some point will do something to compensate those of us who felt like they were lied to, because we were lied to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start the unboxing. I apologize, I don't have an overhead camera, so it's a pretty simple box. And I'm just going to go ahead and start slicing tape. All right, there's some shipping details. And I did get a case from OnePlus, which that's very unusual for me. Normally, I go ahead and just buy a third-party case. But part of the promotion they had is if you bought the phone, you got a sizable discount on accessories. And originally, this is a $20 case, and OnePlus was selling it for $10 when you purchased the phone. So I said, well, I'm not going to find a case for $10 that I most likely like somewhere else. And to get it with the phone is definitely worth it. So we'll take a look at that momentarily. And here is the box. All right, now, and let's go ahead and, all right, inside we're greeted with some literature. We can go ahead and remove that. So I'll take a look at that momentarily. And then we have the actual phone and its nice paper wrapping it. And we'll see what else is in the box momentarily. Remove this nice paper. All right, so got the phone right here. There's some device information on a sticker on the back, so no need to see that for this particular unit. And yeah, it's nice in the hand to say the least. But before we turn it on, let's take a look at some of the other stuff. So of course we have the literature right here, stuff to read, more stuff to read, more stuff to read, stickers. A membership card. Yeah, I don't know if this is a unique card or anything, but it says membership card. And then you get the SIM eject tool, okay, which hopefully that sticks around for a while. And the other contents in the box, which is another thing that has gone away from many manufacturers. Got an included cable, which still comes with a lot of devices. But this is honestly one of the things I was most excited about. So this is the charging block that comes with the unit. It's 80 watts, I believe, and supposedly you're able to charge the phone, I think, from 0 to full in like 20-something minutes. I'll put something on the screen. I'll test that out later on in terms of charging speeds and things like that. So let's go ahead and turn this on. It looks like there's a screen protector. Yeah, I doubt you'll be able to see it, but there is a screen protector already installed, so that's nice. So I'll leave that alone. Now, I'm going to set it up, and as I'm going through the process, one of the things I already like is the fact that it's dual physical SIM, but it also has an eSIM. And the message I see right here on the screen is that if I decide to enable the eSIM, it will disable the second SIM, which, I mean, I guess there's maybe hardware limitations or something, but you know, at least I have the option to have 2 physicals or 1 of each. I really like that. Now, the other thing that I did purchase for $10, yeah, can't complain, for $10, was this bumper case, sandstone bumper case. How much packaging? Yeah, it feels good in the hand. I'm so used to clear foam cases, and I guess what TPU or whatever that stands for. But yeah, it gives it some grip. And I will say from holding it, it was a little slick. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good companion for this device. And of course, you have the option to join the Red Cable Club. That's what the screen looks like when you're finally greeted. It's hard to see because of the light. There's a blue tint and it's kind of wavering. And yeah, there you go. So we are on the home screen of the OnePlus 12R. Now, I'm gonna play around with it some more. I know unboxings usually aren't that exciting. Now, the one thing that I had issues with in terms of OnePlus devices is the fact that there's this mute switch or notification rocker or whatever you want to call it. It's not a rocker, it's a switch. It's a 3-way switch. You can either have your phone on ring, vibrate, or silent. Like the iPhone, it's a piece of hardware that is there. This is a 3-way. The iPhone's is a 2-way, and that's just either sound or no sound. Vibration, you have to change that in the settings. But I've always just gotten accustomed to doing this via software. So whenever I see physical hardware to do that, I don't always understand the reason for it. So anyway, all that to say, I'm going to seriously give this a try. I'm going to take my main SIM card that's in my Zen phone right now, and I'll place it in here. That's the one thing I did not do with the 10 Pro. I played around with it around the house, but I did not give it a fair shake out and about. So I'm gonna do that. And at some point I'll probably post a follow-up video to give you my thoughts and opinions. But in terms of pricing, and this is where I need to read what's in the box. So the phone started at $499. Yes. And for $499, you got 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. But one of the promotions on the site is either you can trade in a device and they'll kind of calculate the value of the device once you send it off, or you can just say you're going to trade in any device in any condition and they'll just give you $100 off of the cost of the phone. So that's what I did. And I said, cool. So had I stuck with the 128 gigabyte version, 8 gigabytes of RAM, it would have been about $400 and some change, a little more after tax. I think I also had like a $30 coupon or something as well. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I was kind of interested in getting a device that had UFS 4.0 speeds and that additional storage, so the 256 compared to the 128, as well as 16 gigs of RAM versus 8 gigs of RAM. I said, you know what? So I said, maybe it's worth considering getting this other option. So in addition to that way of thinking, as you scroll down, you can see that there's a 10% discount for students. So I said, oh, great, I qualify for that. So taking 10% off the $600 brings it down $60. And now you're really not that much more expensive compared to the 128 8 gigabyte version. So at the end of the day, I ended up going with the larger storage, more RAM version for all of those reasons. So 10% off as a result of the student discount, more storage just in general, more RAM, and the hope that the internal storage was faster. Unfortunately, that last thing isn't true. So we'll see what happens in the future. But like I said, in closing, I'm going to play around with this for a little bit. I'm happy that I got that charger in the box, see how fast things actually charge, and I'm going to put my actual SIM card in here. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Subscribe, like, do all of those things. Greatly appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.